Hello Aries, welcome in or welcome back to Go With The Flow Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the month of October. I'm going to pull 3 cards, one for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end. I will then clarify from there, and then I will pull you 3 inner child oracles to close out with. So, for the beginning of October, you have pulled the Wheel of Fortune. You've got the wheel turning in your favor as it did come out upright. So looks like Spirit is going to step in with divine timing to give you some kind of a divine gift or possibly a divine detour, because in the middle of October, your energies are the 10 of Swords. So this is a cycle completion, this is an ending, and this ending is going to be a blessing in disguise. That is what that symbol right there represents, blessings. In the end of October, you pulled 2 cards. You pulled the Queen of Cups with Temperance. So I would imagine this is healing, alchemizing, transforming, and learning to follow your heart after that painful blessing in disguise. And it is going to be a little bit painful because it is the 10 of Swords. So let's go ahead and tap in further to find out. For the beginning of October, what would you like to say about the Wheel of Fortune for the Aries collective, for the greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose? Spirit is saying either teamwork makes the dream work, or it's time to put your work on display. It can also say that you're taking things a little too seriously and you need to lighten up a little bit, because that's what the polka dots and tarot represent. Anything else you'd like to say on the Wheel of Fortune and the 3 of Pentacles? Thank you. Seems you were at a crossroads at one point, but this did come out in reverse. So I think what Spirit is trying to say is that you were at a crossroads. You had some this or that thinking about it, and you weren't seeing the bigger picture. So that's why the Wheel, excuse me, of Fortune showed up, was to turn that in reverse and help you possibly realize teamwork makes the dream work, or to put your work on display. I am noticing the 10 of Cups and the Hanged Man on the split. So that's your ultimate happiness, but that's also you needing to gain a new perspective, gain some enlightenment. And I would say that's fair with that 10 of Swords there. Anything else on the Wheel of Fortune, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords in reverse for the beginning of October for Aries? Thank you. So I would imagine teamwork makes the dream work with the Lovers coming out, or this could just say that you need to consult your higher self with regards to putting your work on display. But this is going to be a very important decision, whatever it is, because this is Major Arcana coming out twice now. The Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers both being Major Arcana. Tap in a little bit further to find out before we move on to the middle. Anything else, any advice on the Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords reversed, and the Lovers? More Major Arcana, my darlings. So beginning of October is going to be a very, very important time for you. Now, as I said, you do have the Queen of Cups for the end of October. That's all about following your heart. This time you've pulled the Star. So the Star is your true north, your guiding light, what genuinely inspires you and lights you on fire and makes you want to be the change you wish to see in the world. Let's move into the middle now, because I think you're sitting really, really pretty there. I mean, I feel like I already knew that with the Wheel of Fortune, but I didn't want to eat my words, so I tapped in further just to make sure. Let's move into the 10 of Swords now in Aries, middle of October. What do we need to know for their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose? The 10 of Swords in the middle of October for the Aries collective. Thank you. That is a lot of cards that came out. Okay. So 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Temperance, and 6 of Pentacles. This is actually really amazing, Aries. Immediately following that blessing in disguise, you're going to find yourself moving on to calmer shores, healing, and learning to find balance, learning who to give to and who not to give to, be it your time, your money, your energy, whatever it is. You're learning to be fair to yourself and to be fair to others. Somebody might be helping you move on to calmer shores. You may have a guide assisting you there. Temperance coming out twice. I'm going to double down because Spirit doubled down. Between the beginning, or rather the middle and the end of October, lots and lots of patience, okay? Lots of patience and lots of balance. Lots of patience, lots of balance, especially with both of those cards there. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is you looking at something and deciding whether or not the juice is worth the squeeze. But with Temperance, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles there, I know you're going to come to the proper conclusion, the best conclusion for you on your own. So you're doing good there. How about this Queen of Cups and Temperance for the end of October for the Aries collective? Thank you. All right, so that Ten of Swords is also going to involve a Tower moment. So this is going to be either a really big spark of inspiration for you to tear something down that wasn't built on a stable foundation, or Spirit's going to come in and tear it down for you. But, oh, and I'm seeing the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands on the split. So you will be walking away from what no longer serves you. You're going to be doing this in a really, really calm and peaceful manner. This, while the Tower is kind of like, rah, destruction, and the Ten of Swords is a little bit painful. This isn't going to be easy, but with these two cards making an appearance, I mean, you didn't pull the Eight of Cups, but it did make an appearance. With these two cards here, this tells me that you are going to move on rather calmly, rather coolly, rather collectedly, and you're going to see success after a difficult time. You're going to come home from the war and be celebrated. Anything else you'd like to say on the Tower, the Queen of Cups, and Temperance? Thank you. Ooh, wow, wow, wee, wah, wah. You are being called to a higher life. Very likely to do with your work life, your home life, your finances, your stability. You've got Judgment alongside the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles could be a Taurus entering your life. It could also be Virgo, Capricorn, or just somebody with Earth heavily in their chart. But if this is a new person coming in to call you to a new life, this person is going to be very skilled at their job. They're going to be very successful at their job, and they're going to be very much about the material things in life. Otherwise, this is you, because you do have that Seven of Pentacles for the middle of October. This is you being called to a higher life, a higher timeline regarding your work, following a Tower. Anything else you'd like to say about Temperance, the Queen of Cups, Tower, Judgment, King of Pentacles? Now you've got the Queen of Wands here. So with Temperance showing up twice, the Star and two Queens, try to embrace as much feminine energy as you can, and try to be very, very confident and very, very self-assured and very positive with your decisions moving forward. The sunflower is to represent positivity, looking towards positivity. And that black cat is to say, I don't give a good gosh darn about what other people think. You say black cats are unlucky? This is my black cat named Lucky. So, now I'm saying lots of confidence. And when I say feminine energy, I mean be really creative and be really open to receive. Whereas masculine energy is very action oriented, very take action. Feminine energy is more just go with the flow. And I would definitely say go with the flow here with Temperance showing up twice. So I'm going to grab this other deck now and just ask for advice, generally speaking, for the entire month of October for the Aries collective. What is the advice for the Aries collective for the month of October, please, Spirit? That was the Two of Pentacles. That was the Hierophant. Seven of Wands. Anything else, Spirit? Oh, thank you. Ah, there's that Two of Swords. You even find yourself at a crossroads at some point. Definitely with the Two of Pentacles here. So we'll do these one by one. Your advice with the Two of Pentacles is if you find yourself spinning plates and being a lot busier than you really need to be, it's time to put on one hat. Focus on one thing at a time and only focus on the things that are truly important for you in this moment. The Hierophant tells me that you're likely going to be receiving some blessings, and I feel like with that teamwork makes the dream work showing up and the lovers showing up, it's going to be blessings between you and your work partner, whatever that means for you. It could even just be your romantic partner and you working on the relationship. Seven of Wands tells me that you feel unprepared, but Spirit says you're as ready as you're going to be. You have the higher ground, you have the advantage, just a little bit of perseverance is in order and you will see a successful outcome. With that Two of Swords, I am going to tap in further. As I said, this is this or that thinking, and because she is wearing a blindfold, it tells me you are not trusting your intuition. Blindfolds in the tarot, that's what they represent, not trusting your intuition. So look for signs and synchronicities from the universe. Spirit is always trying to talk to you. Sometimes you just need to learn how to listen. So may I please have advice on just that Two of Swords for the Aries collective? Thank you, thank you. Whatever crossroads you're at, it's got to be regarding that painful blessing in disguise. It is dead, done, and over with, Aries. With the Death card coming out, it is dead, done, and over with, and it is time to let it go. There is no going back. And that's the same thing as the Judgment card. When you're being called to that higher timeline, there is no going back to your lower timeline. You also pulled the Eight of Pentacles with this. So you're diligently working away on something. I'm not entirely sure if that's the thing that should be dead, done, and over with. That's your call to make, because you have the Seven of Pentacles, and that's you deciding, is the juice worth the squeeze? Only you can decide that. But when you find yourself at a crossroads, I feel like it's likely to do with that Ten of Swords. It's dead, it's done, it's over with. It is time to move on to your higher timeline. Let's get you 3 inner child oracles to help you through this month of October, Aries. Excuse me. One for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end. I would like 3 inner child oracles for the Aries collective for the month of October, for their greatest good, highest timeline, and highest purpose. Please and thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so for the beginning of October, you have pulled Flow with the Rhythm. I don't know how many times I said go with the flow, but flow with the rhythm. And get lost in the rhythm of movement today. So I'll read that in a moment. For the middle of October, you've pulled Go on an Adventure. Today is the day to try something daring. The end of October, it says it's never truly the end, beloved. In this, everything will be okay. This is going to speak to the Death card. So this is going to give you a little bit of advice on how to deal with whatever it is that is dead, done, and over with for you. So starting off with Flow with the Rhythm, number 14. Flow with the Rhythm. When we were children, dance and movement were natural parts of our being. We knew intuitively how to find joy in the rhythm and how to express that joy with our bodies. Maybe along the way, we were told that our expressions were not good enough to be considered dance. But the truth is that every dance in existence was first made up by intuitive movement. Like so much in this world, the art of dancing is a subjective one. And if you decide how to participate in it, if you have pulled this card, then it may be time to dance. Playfulness exercise. Put on some music and let your body move with abandonment. This is a time for freedom and play, not a time to worry about technique or style. Dance for the pleasure of moving and release any thoughts you might have of not being good enough to dance. In the world of movement, there is no such thing as good or bad. There is only what you make of your experience. If you find it difficult to dance without judgment of your movements, try dancing with your eyes closed. If you chose to do this practice, I would suggest dancing slower and in a room with plenty of space. Responsive journaling prompt. What emotions come up for you while dancing? Do you feel uncertainty or shame around your body and how it moves? Do you feel joy or freedom? Do you feel awkward? Whatever feelings might arise, ask yourself why it is that you might be experiencing these emotions around dancing. Now for the middle of October, it's interesting these go 14, 17, 19 as well. So a nice numerological progression there. That was kind of a mouthful. 17, go on an adventure. To go on an adventure is to awaken the explorer within. There is much joy to be had in adopting this spirit of exploration, even for a day. As children, life was a remarkable journey into the unknown, and remembering that excitement can help bring our joyful inner child to the surface. If you've pulled this card, then it may be time to try something new today. Playfulness exercise. Practice living in the moment and doing something spontaneous. It doesn't have to be big something, only a new something, and don't worry if the details are not perfectly planned. Some of the best memories can be made when you least expect them. Go on an adventure, either big or small, and do not let apprehension keep you from exploring. Apprehensions will fade, but the wonder that is to be found will surely not. Note, if you have anxiety around this exercise, please do something that feels adventurous but not overwhelming, such as reading a new book or trying a new dish at your favorite restaurant. Be gentle with yourself and know that you will find your own beautiful, wonderful adventure that is just for you. Responsive journaling prompt. What emotions does the idea of adventure bring up in you? Is it something you believe you are capable of or will enjoy? How does your inner child feel about the idea of adventure? And with those two cards, I'd like to double down on the polka dots in the tarot. Stop taking things so seriously and start having some more fun. All right, it's never truly the end. I remember this card. It speaks to the death card. Endings are an inevitable part of the rhythm of life. They are bittersweet in nature and can seem to come at the least opportune moments. Though it is often true that when one door closes, another opens, this might not always be what we would wish for at the time, and it doesn't always bring us the comfort we desire. Many times, the open doors that endings create can bring about conflicting emotions within. If you have pulled this card, allow yourself to feel whatever you feel around this current ending in your life. Acceptance exercise. Take the time you need to process the emotions you have, and remember that there is no need to feel shame. It's okay to be excited or sad. It's okay to feel mad or afraid. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to exist as you are right now in these moments. Take heart that in every ending, no matter how it may feel now, there is hope. Know that there is something glorious waiting for you along this new path. Responsive journaling prompt. What can you do today to honor the current ending in your life? And there's definitely going to be an ending. 10 of Swords, judgment, death. Just accept it, Aries. It is always for your greater good and your higher timeline and your higher purpose. I hope that was helpful. I thank you ever so much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.